Namaste and welcome. This is a Hatha yoga class, and we're going to be focusing on spinal mobilization. So, starting cross ankles, or if cross ankles is not available to you, legs straight out in front of you, big toes touching. So, either of those seated positions is good. Bringing hands together in front of your chest, drawing your shoulders back to your back, and lifting your chest up nice and high. With your next in breath, stretch the arms all the way up, and as you breathe out, circle your arms wide and down. As you breathe in, reaching back up again until palms touch. As you breathe out, bringing your hands back to where you started. Now keep going in your own time, moving with the breath. Full deep breaths in and out. Big wide circles with the arms. Warming gently into the shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And now this time when you reach open, we're going to complete the circle, bringing hands all the way into the chest. So making two big circles with each of your arms and both your hands in the air. Still going with the breath. In breath, lifts the arms up. Exhale, circles them wide and down. Almost like you're swimming through the air. And reaching your arms back behind you, interlace the fingers. Lengthen up through the back of the neck as you lean towards your spine. So don't tip towards your chest and your legs. Lean towards your back and sink the thighs. Now releasing your hands onto your knees. We're going to go into some spinal rolls. If you've got legs straight, you can have hands on thighs or hands on the ground. With an in-breath, lift your chest, lift your chin. As you breathe out, round your back, pull your tummy back, drop chin to throat. On an inhale, curl up, lifting the chest, lifting the nose. As you roll down, let the shoulders come forwards and keep rolling up and down. So really squeeze your chin into your throat as you roll down so you get the stretch in the back of your neck and the back of your head. Now we'll curl up one more time. And as you lift, we're going to hold it there. Roll the shoulders back away from your chest. If it's uncomfortable on your neck, don't tilt the head back. And then dropping your chin parallel to the floor. Slide your knees wide, come to Baddha Konasana legs, and we're going to take a twist. Left fingers hook over right ankle or shin and circle it on back behind you. Once you're in your twist, move the pelvis forward and maybe arch a bit into your spine. Lift your chest up high. So don't lean into the lower back like this. Press the lower back forward, lift out of the spine. Try to arch that lower back as you twist. Circling forwards, hook your right fingers over the left leg and twist the arm back. And again, don't sink into the lower back over here. Press that lower back forward, arch the spine, arch the rib cage forwards and up. And then untwisting yourself. Stretch your legs straight in front of you, feet touching, and then bend the right knee up, cross the right foot over the left thigh, hold on to that right shin or knee, and twist all the way around. Hug that right knee in towards your left armpit, but press the right bum down into the mat. Don't lift it off the floor. Flex your left ankle, stretching heel forward, drawing toes back towards your left knee. Keeping back tall and straight as you untwist. Right leg stretches forward, bend the left knee up and step the left foot over the right leg. Take your circle around, stretch the right heel forward and pull the toes back and up. Each in-breath lifting the side ribs up away from your waist. And now untwist yourself again and take the left leg out in front of you. And now either keeping the legs straight out again, or if you're able to, you come to cross legs. And we're going to take some circles, rolling the upper body. So you're drawing circles in the air with your head. We go off around to the right first, and then forwards and around to the left and back. And it's okay if your back rounds. It's okay if you need to move your arms. I like to have hands on knees because it creates more of a stable base, but you put your hands wherever you feel you need them. And I roll with the breath. As you go forwards, that's an out breath. As you roll back and up, that's an in breath. Next time you roll forwards, take a pause, and we change, circle in the opposite direction, around to the right, back, round to the left and forwards. And your shoulders will roll around and your head can roll around. Just don't let them get tight. Feel the breath circling with your breathing. And next time you roll forwards, pause again and lift yourself up to a tall, straight spine. From here, we're opening legs out into V shape. Flex your ankles, push your heels into the ground to firm your leg muscles. And now we're going to do the same circles just with wide legs. So taking it off to the right and then circling forwards, around to the left and back and up. And not necessarily leaning too much to your back. Again, your hands can be wherever you feel you need them. They might be on the ground behind your legs, might be on the floor in front of the legs, or hands on shins or knees. And they might be moving around to place them wherever you feel you need them as you move your upper body in these circles. Out breath takes you forward, in breath lifts you back up again. And next time you lean forwards, take a pause. Check your feet are still flexed and active, and then circle in the opposite direction. Let the head roll and keep the shoulders soft. Next time you come forwards and to center, pause there, and curl all the way up to a tall straight back. From here, bringing your legs to cross ankles or straight out in front of you again. And we're going to take a twist once more. Turning to the right, turn the left palm away from your right leg and gently press the knees down towards the floor. Each time you breathe in, lift your back ribs up away from your lower back and your sacrum. So we're lengthening out of the lumbar spine. Just check that you're not leaning more to the right or the left bum. Balance evenly in the pelvis. And then circling forwards, tip over onto your left hand, stretch your right arm over your ear. Try to get the right elbow straight if you can, and lengthen up evenly through both sides of your neck. Don't drop your head down to your left shoulder. Using your exhales to sink your knees and your thighs down. Breathing yourself up to the midline. Change the legs, cross your other shin in front, lift your heart high, twist around to the left. Each in-breath, lifting up with your upper back, lifting up through the back of the neck. In our seated poses, we always want to try and have the chin parallel to the floor. Don't tuck your chin to your throat and don't lift it slightly. Lifting the chin up slightly causes a lot of tension in the neck, even though we don't feel it. Keeping back tall and straight as you untwist, tip onto right hand, shoulders spread open and to your spine, left arm reaches over your head. Once more, don't drop your head to your right shoulder. Keep the sides of the neck lifted and lengthening evenly. Coming up to center. And now we're going to slide the knees apart. From Baddha Konasana, slide your heels forward, come into a diamond shape in the legs. So the difference between Baddha Konasana and diamond legs is Baddha Konasana, your heels are up here, more in line with your knees. Diamond shape, there's a whole lot of space forward between the knee and the ankle and the toes. So get those feet forward. And now we're going to take those spinal rolls like you did with cross legs and open legs. We'll roll around towards the right, circle yourself forward, around to the left, and then all the way back. And once more, taking your hands to wherever you feel you need them as you move. Out breath circles you forwards. In breath curls you up and back. Once again, it's fine if your back rounds. It's fine if the shoulders roll and the head rolls. Just be nice and flowing and organic with your movements. One more full circle all the way around. And next time you fold towards your legs, pause a moment and then circle in the opposite direction. Keeping the neck soft. Relax your face. Nice and soft in the eyes. And now next time you roll forwards, we're going to stay there. Don't hold the toes because then you'll be tempted to pull them up. Your hands can be anywhere. You can hold the feet, hands on the floor, hands on shins. Just don't pull those toes up. And now rolling yourself all the way up and stretching your legs straight out in front of you. For a second time, bend the right knee up, step your right foot over your left thigh, and take a twist around. Flex the left ankle, point your left toes and your left knee straight up away from the floor. And then twisting yourself forwards, reach the right leg out in front of you, bend the left knee up, and step the left foot over the right leg. Flex your right ankle, toes straight up. Take your twist around again to the opposite side. Remember, chin parallel to the floor, not tilting it down, not tilting it up. And now untwisting yourself again, making your way onto hands and knees. When we're on hands and knees, we're going into our cats and cows. Taking a deep breath, sink the hips, arch the lower back and look forward. On an out breath, round your back up, look towards your chest. Press the toenails down into the floor and make sure your heels point straight up. They're not turned in towards each other. Don't let the toes turn in either. And now next time you round your back up, we're going to hold that cat stretch. You're looking back towards your chest, hug your chin in tight to your throat, and keep trying to lift up out of your lower back. Either staying like that or gently pulsing the hips backwards and forwards, keeping that rounding of the back. Keep looking back towards your chest. Squeeze the chin in. So you're not just dropping the chin, you're pressing it firmly into your throat. And next time you come forwards, come into your flat spine. Now bringing big toes together and opening your knees. Push back to your heels, reach the arms forward, melt your forehead down to the ground. Taking a few nice relaxed breaths here to help your body release. And now we're going to slide forwards, all the way onto your tummy, chin on the ground, hands alongside your chest with the elbows pushing up. Make sure that your forearms are not touching your chest or your hands are not touching your chest. Your hands are slightly wider than the shoulders. Push the toenails down. And we're going to roll up and down in our rolling cobra. As you breathe in, chest curls up. As you breathe out, rolling down. Keep the shoulders lifting. So even as the chest rolls down, shoulders keep pressing towards your upper back. Don't let those heels turn in towards each other. Keep sinking the outer edges of your feet towards the ground. In breath curls up, out breath rolls down. Rolling up and down one more time. And then we're going to make our way into our Sphinx. Sliding the elbows forward, forearms parallel with palms flat on the mat and the fingers spread wide. Dropping chin to throat. And now turn your big toes in towards each other and turn the heels out. And you might even try and turn your knees in a little bit towards each other. Now sink into your back ribs and really sink into your front ribs. Each out breath melting into your chest. Each exhale sinking the forehead and softening your eyes. And now point your toes back again. Lower the chest, slide your hands back, and push up onto hands and knees once more. Knees under your hips, arms under your shoulders. Now we're going to twist with the breath. You're going to keep looking down at the ground. On an in-breath, lift your right arm up, lean towards the left shoulder. As you breathe out, bring hand to the mat under right shoulder. On your in-breath, lift the left arm, lean off towards the right with the right shoulder. Exhale, bring the hand down and keep going. So your chest here, as you lift your arms, will move left to right. You're not going to keep your shoulder over your wrist. Allow yourself space as the arm goes up. In breath lifts, out breath places hand back on the ground. Don't worry if you can't lift your arm too high. Maybe you can only lift it halfway, and that's fine. It's also okay if your elbow bends. We go one more time to the right, one more time to the left. And now bringing your knees in a little bit closer towards each other, not necessarily quite touching. And we're going to circle the hips. So taking your pelvis to the right and then hips back towards your heels, hips off to the left and forward. Now, if you need to, you can take your hands a little bit wider And you do that when the chest comes forward. If you need to adjust, take hands wider. And it's okay here if your hands turn out slightly. Just don't turn them in. But be careful with turning the hands out slightly. That's going to put a lot of weight on the inner edge of the palm and the thumb and the index finger. So make sure then, if you've turned the hands out, that you're really squeezing into your baby finger and the outer wrist. Press them firmly into the mat. It's fine if your elbows bend, guys. You don't have to keep them straight. It's fine if the shoulders and the head roll as well. And next time you come forwards, take a pause or change, circle the hips in the opposite direction. Don't go too quickly. Just go nice and slow so that your knees stay protected. Taking one more circle around. And then we're coming to center. And we're going to lift into downwards dog. Tucking your toes, hips to the sky. Walking your feet straight forwards to your hands. Come into your forward bend. Let's roll the wrists. If you need to, bend your knees here. Maybe it's a slight bend or maybe it's a really deep bend. Circling wrists in the opposite direction. Check your knees are still as wide as your heels if the knees are bent. And then just hang the arms, hang your head. Relax the shoulders, arms nice and heavy. And now keep your knees bent, tucking chin to throat. We're going to roll up slightly, and I'm going to tell you to pause part way. So when your hands are around about knee height, pause there, tuck your chin again, and gently shake the arms a little bit. Head nice and heavy. And now curling slightly higher until your hands are about mid-thigh. So knees are still slightly bent, arms hanging forward, nice and limp, chin to throat. And then slowly, slowly rolling all the way up. Reach your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky. Take a couple of side stretches left to right. And then coming back to center. Drop your arms down your sides, allowing the shoulders to roll forward. Tuck your chin to your throat. Start to bend your knees. And when your fingertips are at the level of your knees, pause there. Look back at your chest so that you're really stretching out the back of the neck. Knees are bent so that you can round the spine. Don't have your hands on your body. Hang them forwards. And now bending the knees a little bit more. Keep your chin tucked to your throat. And when your fingertips get to about ankle height, you'll pause again. Shake the arms out a little bit. And then roll all the way down until fingertips touch the ground. Knees can stay bent or you can stretch them straight. Or maybe just a little bit straighter. Tip your bum forwards towards the front of the mat. And now bending into your knees again. Gently rolling. You're going to stop where your fingertips are about halfway up the shins. Shake the arms out. Tuck your chin to your throat. And then just let those arms hang for a moment. Rolling up a little bit higher until your fingertips are about at your knees or slightly higher, and stay there. Shake the arms again. Check that you're still looking back at your chest. Tuck that chin in nice and tight. Keep your chin squeezing in tight as you roll all the way up. Last thing that lifts is your face. Next, inhale, reach your arms up over your head, interlace the fingers, turn your palms up, and take a few stretches left to right. And then coming to center and releasing your arms down. Shoulders roll to your spine. We're going to take a couple of sun salutations. On an in-breath, lift your arms up. On your out-breath, circle and fold down over your legs. As you breathe in, lift your chest, stretch it forwards, and then take yourself to down dog as you breathe out. Either hold your down dog, or on an in-breath, come forwards to plank. With an exhale, take yourself down to the mat. Roll your chest up either into cobra or upwards facing dog, and then making your way back to your down dog. Holding down dog. Now taking your feet forwards to the top of the mat again. On an exhale, sink deep over thighs. On an in-breath, sweep arms out to the side and up over your head. On your exhale, bringing hands to chest. As you breathe in, reach up. On the exhale, circle and forward fold. Half lift on your in-breath, making your way back to your down dog. Keep the breath flowing. On an inhale, coming forwards to plank. On your exhale, lowering yourself down. Careful of the shoulders, don't dip them. Pull them all the way back to your spine. And then press back to down dog. From here, coming onto all fours. And now we're going to circle the arm and have the elbow bent. Now, as you do this, I want you to look down and I want you to focus on lifting your shoulder up as high as you can. So we'll start with the left arm. Lift your hand, bend your elbow. And now we're going to circle the elbow forwards and up and down. Back and around. And now feel your upper back. So as the elbow and the shoulder go up, the upper back lifts up. As the elbow and the shoulder go down, the upper back sinks down as well. You might even feel this into the left sideways, going up and down. That's fine. Your hand can move around. It doesn't have to stay in one position at your chest. In breath, you lift up. Out breath, you go down. One more time, circle around. And then take your hand to the mat. Take that to the other side. Right elbow bends, lift your hand, circle your elbow up, and then forwards and around. So this is not so much about the elbow, but if you can, you draw big wide circles with the elbow. This is more about the shoulder and the upper back. So I want you to feel the upper back going up as you breathe in and sinking the shoulder down as you breathe out. Upper back goes down. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, you lower. It's fine if the hips move around. Try not to move the knees and the feet too much. Okay, and then bringing hand down to the floor. From here, lifting your knees, press back into downwards facing dog. And from down dog, take a big step forward with your right foot. Walk your hands around to the left side of your mat. Turn the feet parallel to each other and drop yourself all the way down into your wide leg forward fold. Now activate your legs and press out with the knees. Grip the big toes down and make sure you have even weight on the outer heel and the inner heel side of the foot. Now walking up onto your palms, arms under shoulders. And we're going to take those twists like we did when we were on hands and knees. So usually when I do this with you, I say bring your hand underneath your face, but I don't want you to do that this time. I want you to keep your hands under the line of your shoulders each time you bring them to the ground. Okay, we're going to twist and you keep looking down to the floor. Don't turn your head up. So balancing on left hand, on an in-breath, right arm goes up. On your exhale, bring your hand down under your shoulder. On an inhale, left arm lifts up. On an exhale, hand comes down under shoulder. Now keep going left to right. And just like when you were circling your elbow in the air a moment ago when you're on your shins, you want to feel that whole shoulder go all the way up. And you want to feel the whole upper back lift up as your arm goes up. Remember, hands stay as wide as your shoulders. Don't bring the hand to center. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And if you need to do this with bent knees or bring your feet in a little bit narrower, please go ahead and do that. Still looking down to the ground the whole time. Don't twist the head up. Feel for your side waist lifting nice and high each time you breathe in. We go one more time to the right, one more time to the left. And then on an inhale, we're coming all the way up. We're going to take a few triangle poses. So turning your left toes to the left edge of your mat. Twist your left knee towards your left baby toe so you're nice and open in the inner thigh. And let the right hip roll forwards. Don't pull it back. Inhale, arms wide. On an exhale, fold over. So full triangle, right arm straight up or right hand on your hip. And move both shoulders and arms back away from your chest. But don't lean this top arm back at a diagonal angle like that. Have the arm straight up. Lengthening through both sides of the neck. And keep twisting your left knee towards your left baby toe. On an in-breath, lifting all the way up. We're going to reverse the pose, right hand to right thigh, right hand to right hip. If you've got your hand on your hip, push your palm into your body, press your hip back into your palm. Keep twisting left knee still out to the baby toe side of that left foot. Now coming up, folding back into your triangle and taking right arm over your head. Lengthen evenly through the neck. Keep stretching the top of your head in the direction of your left toes. And now coming all the way up. Hands to hips, shoulders pull back away from the chest as you turn your left toes to the long side of the mat. So look down at the feet, make sure they're aligned, and turn your right toes to point to the other short end of your mat. Before you fold, twist your right knee open towards your right baby toe. On an inhale, spread the arms. On your exhale, fold over to your triangle on the other side. Again, hand can be on your hip, but take both shoulders back. And again, careful with that action of shoulders going back. Sometimes we take the arm back instead, or shoulders and arm back, but we don't want that arm to lean back. Keep the left arm straight up if you're lifting it, and hug your shoulders to your spine. Don't drop your right ear down towards the floor. Keep your head lifted. Still twisting right knee open towards that right baby toe. On an in-breath, come up. Left hand to left leg or to your hip. Reverse your triangle. Right arm reaches up. Check in with that right knee. Twist the inner thigh forwards to open the knee again. And now coming up on an inhale. On your exhale, fold over again. Left arm over your head. Try to stretch the elbows straight. And once more, twist your right knee open towards your right baby toe. Keep rolling the right inner knee forwards, the right inner calf and inner thigh forwards towards your right toes as well. On an in-breath, lift all the way up, turn the feet parallel, and once more we're going to fold. So hands on hips, on an exhale, bow down, this time reaching for ankles or calves if you want to. Rolling yourself all the way up to standing and heel toe or step your feet in together. And we're going to step to the back edge of the mat. So bringing your feet hip distance apart and feet parallel, hands onto hips. We're going to step the right foot forwards. You choose how far forwards you want to step. Turn the back heel in and down and stretch both legs straight. Now we're going to be moving here with the breath, and I want you to keep these legs really, really strong and stable. Squeeze the tops of the thighs and the inner thighs and backs of the thighs tight onto leg bones, and squeeze your belly tight the whole time to support your spine. So from here, you're going to reach your left arm up, right arm out to the right. On an exhale, fold forward. Bring your left hand to your right shin or ankle and lift the right arm up. On an in-breath, lift up. Take the left arm back, right arm up. So left hand to touch your left leg, right arm up. So we're going to cartwheel the arms. On an exhale, cartwheel over, left hand to right leg or ankle, right arm to the sky. On an inhale, cartwheel up, left hand to left leg, right arm to the sky. Okay, and then keep going. Exhale to fall down, right arm lifts. Inhale to lift up. As you lift, turning your chest to the left. As you fall, turning your chest towards your right leg. Squeeze the toes down for balance. Squeeze those leg muscles tight. And really hug the belly button back tight as well. So we're strong in the pelvic floor muscles, keeping them active to support this twisting motion in the spine. We'll fold down one more time. And then lifting straight up, hands on hips, bend the right knee, step to the back of your mat. Turning feet parallel. Okay, so from here, left foot steps forward, right heel turns in and down, stretch the legs straight. If you struggle with balance, don't step so far forwards. Have your foot a little bit further back. Okay, now we're going to lift the right arm up, reach your left arm out to the side. On an exhale, fall down, right hand to shin or ankle or maybe even on your knee. And on an inhale, cartwheel the arms up, right hand to the right leg, left arm to the sky, chest twist to the right. On your exhale, circle over, right hand down, left arm lifts. On your inhale, circle up. Keep going with the breath. Pressing all 10 toes, but particularly your big toe, firmly down into the ground. Big sweeping actions with the arms if you can. Keep moving. Keep those legs strong and stable. And now we're going to fold over one more time. And when you come up, straight up, no twist. Stepping your right foot forward. Coming to the top of your mat again. Take your shoulders back away from your chest. On an in-breath, float the arms up. On your out-breath, fold down over your thighs. Don't lock the knees straight and push your hips back. Tip forwards to the fronts of your legs and keep your knees as wide as your heels. Relax the head, soften your neck. Relax your forehead and soften your eyes. And now making your way back into your downwards facing dog. We're going to hold down dog for a full minute. Check the alignment of your feet. Heels twist back behind your ankles. And dropping down onto your shins. Swing your legs out in front of you. And we're coming to Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bend the right knee up. Slide the left foot under the right thigh. Either keeping your right foot in front of the left knee or stepping your foot over. And maybe the right foot is in the air. Maybe toes can touch the mat. Maybe you can get your foot flat. Press the right thumb flat into the ground. You've just done some really nice spinal opening work. Don't close that by lifting the right thumb off the floor in this pose. Either holding shin or knee with your left hand or elbow and circling around to the right. Lift your chest a little bit higher with your next inhale. And maybe inhale and lift the left arm up, exhaling the arm to the outside of your leg. Squaring the shoulders, don't tilt the left or the right shoulder up. And untwisting yourself. Take your legs straight out in front of you, feet together to start. Bend the left knee up. Step the right foot under the left thigh without lifting your bum off the ground. Knee points straight forward, either keeping the left foot there or stepping left foot over the right leg. Maybe foot gets to the ground, maybe it doesn't. You see how my sits bone is all the way down? Don't lift that up and tilt, right? That's just tensed up my whole left side of my back. Keep the left thumb down. Rather have the foot in the air or in front of your knee if you can't. And then swivel around. Square off in the shoulders and the chest. If you're going deeper, inhale to lift the right arm. Exhale arm to the outside of the leg. Squaring the shoulders again. Don't tilt one shoulder up and sink the other. Stay nice and balanced in the upper body. Carefully derotating yourself, taking your legs out in front of you again. And now we're opening legs out into V shape. Press the heels down, toes straight up. Keep your feet like that so the legs are nice and stable because we're going to be moving the upper body. You need your legs to be strong and stable to give support and stability to your spine. Okay, so we're going to be circling forwards and sweeping the arm over. So as you exhale, you lean forwards and reach your right hand towards your left foot and then sweep forwards and take your left hand towards your right foot, but this time take your arm up and over your head. Then you circle forwards, arms come all the way around, right hand towards left toes, and then take the left arm up and over. So your elbow is going to stay bent as it lifts. On the inhale, the arm goes up. As you exhale, circling forwards. And maybe you don't go as low as I'm going, and that's fine. Just don't let those feet flop. Keep them very active. Flex the ankles. Pull your toes towards your knees. Wide sweeps of the arms. Relax the neck. We're going to go one more to each side. And then rolling yourself to center. Pausing there for a moment, letting everything settle. And then rolling yourself all the way up. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Don't hold toes. Gently tipping your chest towards your heels. Keep the shoulders moving back away from your chest. Don't look back towards your body. Look in front of the toes. And coming all the way up. Taking your legs into your V again. And once more folding forwards. This time we're holding the forward bend. Feet are still flexed and active. Hands can be on the floor in front of you or holding onto your legs. Try not to roll the shoulders forwards. Keep the shoulders back away from your chest. Coming all the way up. Bring your thighs in to touch each other. We're going to take one last forward fold and we're going to hold it for a full minute here. So make sure those feet are flexed and active. Don't turn the baby toes forward and pull the big toes back. That's not good for your knees. Right? Keep each side of the foot in line with each other. Then tipping forwards to shins or onto hands on the floor or holding onto ankles or feet. So look forwards towards your feet unless you've got your chest all the way down. Once the chest touches the legs, you can look straight down to your mat under your nose. Don't tuck your chin into your throat. Each exhale, sinking a little bit further into your chest. Coming all the way up. Making your way down onto your back for Shavasana. Let your feet flop open. Let the knees and the thighs roll open. Melt down into the lower spine. Each time you breathe out, sink down deeper into your upper back, middle back, and lower back. Become super heavy in your arms and your hands, relaxing the fingers. Super heavy in your legs and your feet, relaxing the toes. Feel your whole skin over your whole body start to loosen. Softening over the forehead and into the eyebrows. And release into the third eye space between your two eyebrows. Relaxing all the muscles around the edges of your eyes and in the eye sockets. And letting those eyeballs feel heavy and sink into the back of your head. Soften cheeks, lips, mouth, and chin. And now starting to move your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists, roll the ankles. Gently roll your head from left to right. And then taking a deep breath, give your whole body a good stretch open. And hugging knees into chest. Gently rock yourself or lift up to sitting. May our minds be open to the divine light that guides us. May our hearts be open to the divine love that surrounds us. May the angels keep us and bless us and bring us joy. Namaste.